I'm Noreen and welcome to my kitchen and another leftover makeover. Tonight we're going to use some leftover pot roast that I had in the fridge from Sunday night, and we're going to make some flautas with it. These are shallow fried in a pan. They're stuffed full of shredded beef seasoned with a little bit of taco seasoning, and there's just a pinch of shredded cheese inside. You're going to love these. Let's go see how we make them. Right, we're going to get our flautas started, and you see there are only a few ingredients in front of me, and that's what makes these so easy. Now, if you're not familiar with flautas, flautas are the cousin of the taquito. The only difference is the tortilla. Taquitos are made with corn tortillas, flautas are made with flour tortillas. So, that's the difference. I have some flour tortillas here. These are taco size. I have some leftover pot roast that I had a pot roast on Sunday night, and today is Friday. And this has been in the fridge. I thought, what can I do with that to make it new? Because, you know, I like to remake things and do makeover on my leftovers. So we're going to go ahead and we shredded up the remaining pot roast. And all I'm going to do is I have 2 tablespoons of my homemade taco seasoning. You can just use a packet of taco seasoning. I'm just going to get in here with my forks and I'm just going to stir this around. That's it. And I'm going to season up this meat just a little bit. It's all good. You don't have to cook this through. We're going to go ahead. I have a skillet on the stove and it is heating over medium heat, and it is a shallow fry on these. So I have some sunflower oil heating up in my skillet. So that's as simple as it's going to get. I have some cheese here as well. It's just a Mexican blend. And just so that we can get organized here, I'm going to use this plate to roll my taquitos on. So we're going to take our tortilla and a little bit of meat. Not too much, okay? That's the one thing that can get you in trouble with taquitos or flautas, which we're doing today.
Or burritos.
Or, I don't know, I was able to stuff those burritos pretty good. Now, you don't want to put a ton of cheese, and I'm only putting it in the center, so you want to be very mindful because this is an open-ended deal here, okay? And you're just going to roll them up super tight. Just like that. And then we're going to put those on a plate, and I'm going to continue. I'm going to roll another one for you. A little bit of meat. A little bit of cheese right in the center. And you can feel free to season up your meat more. You can add some rotel or just some plain old green chilies, maybe some onions in there. You can do whatever floats your boat. You got to decide that. And we're just going to line these up. I'm going to continue rolling these, and then we'll be back when it's time to fry them off. All right, I finished rolling the flautas. I keep wanting to say taquitos because, you know, well, whatever. Yeah. I got about 16 of them out of the meat that I had left over, and that's perfect, really. So I have my sunflower oil. It's been heating on the stove, and now we're just going to go ahead and put these in the oil. And you're going to want to make sure that you place them seam side down. And you want to make sure that you put a little room in between so that they don't open up on you, because if you're not careful, they will do that.
Make a mess in your skillet.
And you will make a mess in your skillet, especially since we put cheese in there. And you're going to want to make sure you have a screen. See, it's already sealed on the bottom, so we're good. And again, I'll say this, I say it every time we fry something, don't overcrowd your pan. Just be sure and be vigilant. These can be a little bit tricky, so you want to babysit them. See, this one wants to come undone. So you just want to make sure that you keep an eye so they don't fall apart. And after they've been in there for a minute or two, you're just going to want to go ahead and flip them over. This one's not quite ready yet, but it's being stubborn. Yep. This one down here, we can go ahead and flip.
I don't want to cooperate, huh?
Yeah. There we go. See, once they're in the hot oil for just a little while, they behave.
Yeah.
And I may have my oil ever so slightly too warm, but we'll work with this. Remember, once you put your food in there, it's going to cool the oil off down a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and fry the rest of these off, and actually, before I let you go, because everything in here is fully cooked, you're just going to want these in there until the tortilla on the outside is nice and crispy. And then you're just going to remove them to a draining rack. I have a baking sheet that I've lined with parchment, and I've topped with a cooling rack. This is actually a glazing rack, but it serves the same purpose. So what we're going to do then is we're just going to let these drain, cool, and then we'll enjoy them with some salsa and some sour cream. We'll be back when it's time to do that. And there you have it. Leftover makeover pot roast flautas. I mean, does it get any better? This is the perfect Friday evening meal, and we've cleaned out the fridge a little. Nothing is going to waste, and we snuck a taste already, and I gotta tell you, they're really good. I'm gonna go ahead and cut one open just so you can see it. I'm gonna move this out of the way. And you can see how crispy they are. They're like a little Mexican egg roll. They're so good.
Yeah.
And then you just dunk, and you pop it in your mouth. Good.
That is too good.
Oh my goodness. Happy dance time. That is no joke. Oh my gosh. They're so simple, and they're simply delicious. Depending on how much leftover pot roast you may have, you can make as many or as few as you want. This is also very easy to do with canned beef chunks. You can just shred it up. You can use pork. You can use chicken. These are fantastic. So I hope this gives you an idea of what you can do when you have leftover pot roast, but you really just don't want to heat it up in the gravy again. I know you're going to love these. So I hope you try them. I hope you love them. And until next time, I'll see ya. Thank you for joining me in my kitchen today. I hope you liked what you watched today, and I hope that you try it, and I hope that you love it. If you like what you saw, please consider hitting the thumbs up button and giving me a positive rating. And also, make sure that you hit the subscribe button if you're already not a subscriber, so that you don't miss out on any of the fun we have here in our kitchen every single day. I hope that you enjoyed it. I'm really glad that you're here. Thank you for stopping by. Don't forget to come by tomorrow. Until next time, happy eating!